Dímelo, Bo Dominican York for the third time today, my brothers and sisters. Again, Feliz Sábado for your SDAs out there. Born and raised SDA, and that definitely gave me a great foundation. Not to say that you need that in your life. I don't want to make this a channel of hate, discrimination. I'm just saying what I went through. Born and raised in New York City by way of Dominican parents. Lived in Florida for a few years, early on, and then we moved back to New York City. So I kind of got a little bit of that Americana, 2.5 white picket fence, American dream lifestyle at a young age. And then I came back to New York City to grow up, to go through the fire in that harsh life and become a world citizen in New York City, honestly. I got exposed to a lot, man. Anyway, back to the shoe. This is a retail women's court purple in women's 11, men's 9.5. Got these in North Carolina at the Crabtree Valley Mall, a little place called Courtside. And I hit on Hibbett's raffle on these, and it was in Greensboro, so it was about an hour, let's say an hour and a half to 2 hours away from me, I think. An hour to 2 hours, I don't know. And I didn't want to go pick them up, man. I was an idiot because I haven't hit another Hibbett's raffle since. I have not hit another Hibbett's raffle since. So Hibbett's, if you're listening, you're watching, which I know you will, you need to get me back on and winning, because I ended up getting the Jordan 4 UNCs with them. I picked those up. I have sold them since. I wish I didn't. I'm stopping the selling of my retails. But and then I also, before that, I picked up the Jordan 4 Topaz. Again, I sold those. I should not have sold those. And I didn't even rock either of those, man. I wish I would have, but I did not. You guys tell me what you think. I like these. I'm not an all-white sneaker kind of guy, but the prices right now are as close to retail as they're gonna get. This was barely over $2, so these were, I got them for like $210. Taxes came out to $225-ish. They charge state and city tax, which I didn't really notice until, they were listed at $220. I haggled on a pair of women's silver toes that were listed at $250. I was trying to get them for $180. They didn't want to budge, or the first dude I was talking to didn't want to budge, and I left the store. Then I came back, looked at their website again and saw that these were at $220 in my size. So I went in, I asked for the deal, I asked for a military discount, being a disabled veteran. He says no. Then I, kind of just went to the counter and talked to one other dude who I had sold a couple shoes to, and I know they made money on me. And he was like, well, if it's an in-store, if they own it, if it's not a consignment, he'll see what he can do. So they had two pairs. One was not consignment. That's this pair. And they took $10 off. So we paid for, 66% of the fees and taxes. And honestly, I was watching videos right before I bought it. And even though the shape is not an OG shape, not to the 85s, the colorway is. This is as close to an 85 colorway as we're going to get, along with, the other releases that have dropped, including the 85 editions. But this is the first time that I'm going to rock one with the leather tongue, because the other one that I had the Tokyo, the blue and white. That reminds me of the Yankees. And then I told my nephew about it. He ended up buying those. I had those, and I ended up selling them before I even got to rock them. But again, the quality on these is pretty good. You can see the wrinkling all over. You know, sometimes I wonder, these resale shops, these local resale shops, because I could have sworn I had a pair in hand one time that I thought was bootleg. And then I went in another time and I was selling them my Union 4 Noirs. And the dude, according to the box, he was like, yo, I don't know if this box is legit. And I know it was legit because I got it off Sneakers app. But he was questioning the box. And then I was like, yo, check. And then he went and looked at other boxes that he had. And one of the other boxes he had, that's why he was bugging out, because the other one was Fugazi. And then they pulled out a third box, and then they saw that my box matched the other box that they had. So one of their joints had a Fugazi box. I don't know about the sneaker, but one of their joints had a box that was questionable. Let's see if we can see production date. These for December through January of 21. UK 8.5. Women's 11. I wonder if I should rock these today. Sorry about the shoddy camera work. December 20 through January 21. My hairy knuckles. I ain't that hairy, but to me it looks hairy. Let's see if I can get the insole out. Came out nice and easy. That's what she said. It's kind of floppy. Here's your line-ins. It's your stitching. And again, this is the first time I really noticed the diagonal stitching across the base of the shoe. And then of course you're stitching on the inside heel and everywhere else. Anyway guys, it didn't want to take long. Let me do a quick black light. I did a quick black light before you guys got a chance to watch them in person. I didn't see nothing. I think there was some watermarks, if I'm not mistaken. Wifey's calling on the phone. Actually, she just texted me. So I'm gonna end up concluding with you guys. There's some watermarks right there. And then I didn't see anything on the box. Like that violet insole. And again, women's Air Jordan 1 High OG, US 11, which is my men's 9.5. There's a joint I got it at. Buy, sell, trade, consign at Courtside. That is in Raleigh, North Carolina. Did not see any green and white sticker. You tell me if that's supposed to be there. And then I did have a stamp on the box. It was blurry. Again, Bo Dominican York. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me for a few minutes. I know these last two videos have been a little bit long. You can skim through it. Please, please hit the subscribe, hit the like, share with a friend, make a comment, hit the notification bell. I will continue to make vids. And the more participation I get from you guys, the more time I will put into the videos, and maybe even start working on production instead of just recording live and busting it on YouTube right away. But again, Bo Dominican York, little retail cop, little retail therapy. Que Dios te bendiga. Peace.